So Pcoin has been trending down recently, so I want to discuss everything that's been happening with the overall market and Pcoin. We're going to try and figure out, is there going to be a listing on a major exchange soon, and what is coming next, and what am I personally doing? So please remember that nothing in my videos is ever financial advice. Head down to the description, hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with the market, and let's jump straight into it. So I've been searching all over the internet for Pcoin and Binance, Pcoin and Coinbase, and the only things that come up for these really are people speculating, YouTube videos saying they're about to be listing on Binance or Coinbase, but no actual information yet. In fact, I'm seeing a lot of frustrated people talking about the amount of Pi they're actually getting. Now, I completely agree with this. I'm the same. I've been mining Pi for many, many years, and I didn't really get much from this. Now, the market cap is 10.24 billion, down 5% in the last day at 1.45. However, just the other day, we did see a big spike up in the price, and it's down again here. So traders are definitely taking advantage of this opportunity. Now, one of the only places you can trade Pi is over on weeks with futures. So if you believe we're about to bounce here, this could be an opportunity to go long on Pi without buying the actual Pi tokens, but using leverage to do so. Now, I wouldn't suggest anyone does this if they're not used to how leverage works and they don't understand it themselves, but I wouldn't mind having a position here, at least on a pullback, right? If I do an isolated position on here, I can buy, let's say, 1,000 Pi. That's going to cost me $490, and then I can open the long on the market, and now I have a Pi position. And normally with this strategy, what I do is if the price continues to fall, which I think could happen, I don't know what's going to happen, but it could fall, I could then continue to add to this. But right now, we do seem to have a low being formed around that region at about $1.23. So with a low leverage strategy here, if we do get a push back to this sort of size here, 38%, that's going to give us over 100% gains on this trade. But of course, I understand the risk when it comes to leverage trading. I use isolated because I know that I've put in $485 into this trade, and that's what I stand to lose if I am wrong here and the price goes down to just under $1, actually 97 cents. Now, with the amount of excitement around this coin, I think it's going to take a while for that to happen, if it's going to happen. We don't know for sure, but what concerns me is the circulating supply in comparison to the max supply. Now, I've seen a lot of people saying that this supply is going to get burnt, it's going to take many years to come out, all of that sort of stuff, which is interesting. This does make it a little bit more secure, but I still think there's going to be a lot more supply hitting the market. Also, remember, a lot of people who are expecting Pcoin to go to $100 tomorrow might actually start to sell if we do go lower and people get worried. So it's up to you guys. If you think Pi is going to go on to much bigger things from here, then of course you can hold on to your coins as long as you want. It's totally up to you. But at a market cap of 10 billion, guys, this does right now put it really high up. All right, it does put it really high up. You can see right now Pcoin is in the top 11 space, right, just behind TON. And if you remove USDT, it's a top 10 crypto. With that in mind, what we can actually see is this isn't even the fully diluted valuation. The fully diluted valuation will be about 10 times more, which puts it up here, guys. So it's a top 3 crypto if it actually was fully diluted. So there are causes for concern there, and I do think people are going to continue to sell this as it is free money, essentially, if you've just been mining it on your computer. Now, one thing that has also potentially been holding it back is the price of Bitcoin and the overall market. So Bitcoin right now, 84,400, bouncing off a price of 76,800. Now, this could be the low being put in, us retesting previous resistance here. You can see resistance and support. Maybe we come down to retest that and we're heading up, or maybe we head lower. Now, the reason why I'm not convinced that this is definitely going to continue higher from here is we are yet to cleanly break different resistances like 85,000, 90,000, and 100. Once we get above 100, I'll be bullish again. You might be thinking, well, that's really far away from here. But guys, it is actually only a move of 18%. We could literally see that over the course of 1, 2, or 3 days randomly, right? So if that happens, then I would become bullish, but we may just get something like we saw here, where Bitcoin is literally giving us a middle finger, and it could just head higher, reach a resistance, and then come all the way back down. So for me right now, I'm staying neutral in this market. I'm still trading. I have different positions open, like my position on Bitcoin, my position on Solana, and my position here on Sui. We have all of these open on weeks, and our new position position on Pi, and we'll just wait to see how this plays out. And what I like to do is I like to take profits when we see them. So we can see here the Bitcoin trade. So we could actually take out 0.1 here. We could hit close, and we'd have to put in a closing price of, what's it, 80. Let's do 84 300, 0.1. We'll close that out, and we successfully secured some of our profit. And this is how I like to play. I like to play when there's a pullback like we're seeing with Pi, I add. If we push up and then things start to get a little bit euphoric, I take profits from the trade. So we'll wait and see what happens with this. I'll keep you guys up to date. I'm neutral on the overall market and the direction it could go next, but if we do start to head higher, I do think that Pi could do well from this, right? At a $10 billion market cap, however, I don't think it's going to be giving you guys the 10x's, the 100x's that a lot of people are speculating will happen in the short term. Maybe there's a case to argue that this is an extremely long-term crypto and it could go significantly higher, but it's already a top 10 crypto, guys. That's something that I want you guys to be aware of, but that doesn't mean we can't make money from it. So I will still keep you guys up to date with my thoughts and opinions around Pcoin. Remember, if you do want to trade, you can do so over on Weeks. And guys, Weeks has $30,000 of bonuses that you guys can grab only using my link down there. And if you just want to dabble, you can get an instant $100 if you do deposit $200 right now, but again, only following my link. Now, the key to Weeks is you can trade with no KYC, no VPN, from anywhere in the world, no questions asked, no problem. Please do read the privacy policy and the user agreement so you know and understand what you're getting involved in, but I will leave the links to that down there in the description. Please let me know what you guys think about Pi. Am I completely wrong? Am I missing something? Please let me know, because I want this to be a community where we can talk to each other about the things that we're seeing. So with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.